It's so God, it's just so disgusting to hold. Hey everyone, Dark Spider David here. Dark for Batman, Spider for Spider-Man, and David for everything in between. And for the longest time, I've also been collecting Spider-Man figures. Since I love Spider-Man figures, we're gonna come with the territory. And one of the figures that was most treasured in my collection was the wrestler suit Spider-Man. I remember reviewing that way back when in 2009, and it's not only one of my more treasured figures, but it's also one of the more successful videos that I've done on YouTube. And ever since that video went live, a lot of people would often post in the comments, do you still own the figure? Are you willing to sell the figure? Are you willing to part with the figure? And most of the time I would just say, no, I definitely want to keep this figure. It's still part of my collection. It's not up for sale. But the ones that were a little bit more intriguing to me as far as content creation would be, where's that figure now? What are you doing with it? What's happened to it? This is what's happened to my wrestler suit Spider-Man figure. Warning, this is some graphic imagery that you're about to watch. It is not for the squeamish or faint of heart. You have been warned. Oh my god. I really shouldn't be touching this with my bare hands. I don't know why I'm doing this. Guys, this is my wrestler suit Spider-Man figure, and he is still currently wearing the wrestler suit, but as you can see, he's very well battle damaged, you could argue, because the rubber has not exactly been doing well in the conditions that it's been. And I do have a form of an explanation behind this atrocity. Oh god, it's so God, it's just so disgusting to hold. It's oh my god. And I'm a germaphobe now. Like, I'm legitimately I'm where's my hand sanitizer? Oh god, it's all the way over there. I can't do it. It's coming apart. It's coming apart. That's the thing. The rubber's legitimately coming apart as I handle him. It's just an otherworldly construct at this point. And the reason why that is an amalgamation of reasons. One, as some people that have been watching my videos within this year from earlier times have noted, I have recently done a remakeover of such, a remakeover of my room, where I was pretty much just taking all of the clutter and all of the hoarded mess that was inside of this room and readjusted it, positioned it in different rooms in the house. And in doing so, there's so many figures and so many accessories that I've went ahead and boxed up and put them in different areas. And one of those figures was in fact this little guy, and since then I have found him, but the weather here in Southern California, which is abnormally high, has not exactly done the rubber on this figure any favor, especially since I kept the rubber onto the figure when I packaged him up, and in doing so, it kind of grafted and melted the rubber right into the figure itself. So it technically can come off, but in doing so, it's pretty much a permanent solution, because I know that if I try to remove either the rubber blue pants or the vest here in the middle with the spider design as well as the mask, they're gone. They're gonna tear apart. They're going to be eviscerated. I mean, as you can already see, by just handling the figure, a little bit of that rubber, some tiny little particles of red and blue are already starting to kind of stick to my fingers. No pun intended. And the only things that have survived is, of course, any part that's actually legitimately plastic. And even then, some of the paint have either worn out or completely scuffed off, and it's just not in a very good condition right now. And in case you're wondering, the actual Spider-Man mask, not the wrestler one here, but the original classic one, is nowhere to be found, as well as the extra arms and leg additional accessories. I have checked all over my house, and unfortunately I cannot be able to find them, because ever since that, readjustment and removement and everything that I did to give this room a makeover, I pretty much lost those pieces. So if I ever do manage to find them, I'll post a picture on my Twitter or something to kind of give you guys an update. But this is officially what's happened with my wrestler suit Spider-Man figure, and it's a shame because I was originally thinking about doing a re-review, a revisit to this figure to kind of give it a once look over after all these years, especially with the possible resurgence of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man / Peter Parker in the upcoming No Way Home movie. But with the condition that it's in, I can't possibly do a proper review to this guy and give him the justice that he deserves in the condition that he's in, because like I said, every time I handle him, pieces of the rubber are completely coming off, and I just don't see any legitimate point in doing so except to just handle him the least amount of times as possible and just kind of put him away to at least preserve as much of the rubber as possible until the day comes where there's virtually nothing on there left, remove the plastic, and then hope that in maybe the next time that I do some kind of move around or turn around of the items here in my room or in the other rooms, or I eventually do move out finally, I will then go through and rummage some of those boxes and be able to find those additional official Spider-Man arms and leg accessories to then give him the full transformation, at least have him be like an unmasked version of Tobey Spider-Man, and kind of stick with that. For the time being though, there he is, wrestler suit Spider-Man after, what is it, almost 14 years in the boxes or here in my possession, and this is effectively what's happened to the rubber pieces, and it's not a very pretty sight. And if you guys found this video at all entertaining, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you guys can see more video updates on figures that I've owned, such as this. Make sure to click the video that's showing up here on the screen for a past review or Spider-Man related video. And as always guys, stay safe, stay humble, and stay the hell out of the heat, because then this will happen to you. This is